Okay, so theory then. What we have is a musical alphabet. In music we have an alphabet just like in English we have an alphabet. The alphabet though only runs from A to G and then it starts again. A being a low note, gradually getting higher in pitch as you get to the G, and then it repeats again at an A that's much higher in pitch. You should know if you follow the Guitar 101 course and you followed the course from the beginning what the open strings are tuned to. Now that's a good little anchor point to know where to start. If we start on the lowest string here, the thickest string, we should know that that is an E, the note E. So I've just told you that the musical alphabet runs from A to G and we're on the note E. There is a final little rule that you gotta figure out here. In between each of the notes, so from A to B, or let's say from D to E, we have another type of note in between it, which we call a sharp or a flat. If you sharpen a note, it just means to raise a note by one fret. So if I was to play an A here, you don't need to know that this is an A, but if I was just to tell you it's an A, and I go up one fret, I have sharpened the A, so we call it an A sharp. If I play the A and I go down in pitch by one fret, I've lowered the A, so we say that it's an A flat. A sharp, A flat. Okay? So with those rules in mind, that you've got sharps and flats in between notes, and that the alphabet runs from A to G, the final little piece of the puzzle that should unlock the fretboard for you is that there are two notes that don't have sharps or flats in between them. Why they did that? Your guess is as good as mine. To be honest, for our purposes, it doesn't really matter. You just got to memorize this. Between E and F, there is no sharp or flat. And between B and C, there is no sharp or flat. Every other note will have either a sharp or a flat, depending on what you want to call it. So let's run up the fretboard and you'll see how all of what I've just told you fits together. You've got the E, low E on its own. You go up one fret, what is the next note, what's the next letter in the alphabet after E? Bearing in mind that between E and F, you don't get a sharp or flat. So it's not an E sharp, it's not an F flat, it's just an F. You go straight from E to F. Next note up. Now remember, every other note does have a sharp or a flat. So we've been on F, one note up is an F sharp, or you could call it a G flat. It has two names, just to confuse things a little bit more. So we're on F sharp. Then the next note, next letter in the alphabet is going to be a G. Next note, now remember which ones have sharps and flats in between. So we're going up a fret. It was a G, it's now a G sharp, or we could call it an A flat. Next note is an A. The note above that will be an A sharp or a B flat. Next note is going to be the B. So we have a B. Now the next note, you can't tell me that it's a B sharp or a C flat, because between B and C and E and F, there is no sharps or flats. So you've got to try and drill that into your mind. No sharps or flats between E and F and B and C. So we just go from B to C. Then we go C sharp. Then we go D. Then we go D sharp. Then we get E. Now remember, between E and F, so we just go straight to F. F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B. Between B and C, no sharp or flat, so we're just straight to C. C sharp, D, D sharp, as many frets as your guitar actually has. That is how you work out what note is on your fretboard, and that is as simple a description as I can possibly give you, and I'm going to give you some illustrations to try and make it as clear as possible. It's so important that you know what notes are on your fretboard, and that is a very easy way of counting from your anchor point here of the open strings up. And you can do this on any string. Now I'm going to do a quick test before we finish this, because it's very important that you play power chords on what I'm telling you. So if I was to say play a G power chord where the lowest note is on the thickest string here, where does your power chord have to be? First thing you need to do is find out where your G is on this lowest string. You know this is an E, there's no sharp or flat in between it, so F, F sharp, G. There's our G, build your power chord from G, G power chord. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 tests, and post up a comment if you're watching this on the YouTube page, or if you're on the website, put a comment up in the forum, see if you can get it. I want you to tell me what power chord it is from the 7th fret. What power chord is it? 7th fret on the lowest string here being your root note of the power chord. So work out where the note is on the 7th fret, what note is it, and therefore what power chord is it. The next one, slightly harder, is the 9th fret. I want you to tell me from the 9th fret what this power chord is. So you've got 2 there, one on the 7th, one on the 9th. You've got to work out what notes the 7th and the 9th fret is on this low E string. And if you can do that, and then you can play the power chord based off of that note, then you have got it, and you are ready to start attempting power chord songs such as etc. Just moving around the power chord scales there. Check out level 3 if you want more stuff on songs and power chords and how we use them to create songs. Good job guys, that is the level 2 course pretty much covered in all the material. I'll talk to you more in the next part. Remember guys, if you enjoyed the lesson, you should hopefully know by now, try and share it. If you know people who might enjoy the lesson or might get something out of it like you have, then share it on your Facebook, tell your family and friends, and let's see if we can grow the website so I can do more lessons for you guys. I'll see you in the next part. Catch you then.